Nice. So it's Mary Yang. We're at this amazing art gallery affair, and this Laura Vanderlyn, this amazing activist and media pioneer, is your grandmother. What? So do you have a message for anybody who wants to mess with your grandma?
Fight me and get a warrant. Like, there's this lady. She was so good. So much crap. I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, because they were talking
But
to
like,
somebody who's talking
today
about.
was a shady day with some shady people. TBH. Like, today is the day.
To be honest, TBH.
The shady haters come out.
Yeah, but what is today? Come into the shot. Come into the shot.
It's like the best day ever because we came to celebrate Michael Brown, and we came together, even the shadies and the fakes. It's okay though because they were here supporting his family. So yeah.
And this is all about grandmother bonding. Do you know I've got 2 awesome grandmothers in heaven?
I only have one awesome grandmother.
Oh.
My other awesome, well, she's not really awesome.
Well, when they go to heaven, then you can think about their good side. But I think Miss Laura Vanderlyn is leading the march to heaven. Heaven is right here on earth with Laura Vanderlyn and her campaign for justice and truth.
This is heaven.
This is heaven.
Together is heaven. Like,
Yeah.
all of us here together to remember somebody like Michael Brown, someone's son, someone's brother, somebody's cousin. Christopher Kalanji's mother, Irene, she's here. We're here for her too.
Yeah.
Her son just was murdered.
That
by
beautiful
police.
boy with that beautiful head of hair.
Yes, Christopher.
Murdered.
Kalanji, 6
Why?
years ago.
Why did they kill him?
Because he was having a mental crisis.
He was having a mental crisis.
Mental health crisis.
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to be afraid. You're not allowed to speak up if you're a young black person. And I think it's not just a problem in America, but it's a global problem. It's a human rights issue. What we're having here in Portland is a human rights issue, and it's happening all over America.
It's a human rights issue.
And young people just like Christopher Kalanji and Michael Brown and Ayanna Jones and Jenna McMillan and Tamir Rice and all of these young people are being murdered because we exonerate police or we find them unfounded. We find their criminal acts.
Could we find somebody who would want to do the job of the police but also having accountability? Is there a chance for the firemen?
Honestly, I think the firemen or the police should be more like the firemen because they get the job done. They go in and take someone. They don't question someone like, did you start this fire or did you do this? Like if a whole family was in the house.
We had a case where a paramedic was trying to take a man out of custody of the police because the police couldn't stop beating him up. The paramedics wrote a report on it, and they were from Portland Fire, and then the guy won $800,000 in the courtroom for his injuries due to the paramedics from the fire department trying to save his life from the brutality, and the police wanted to cover it up. That's Jason Cox.
That's what more police need to start doing.
Yeah. Whistleblowers.
Like, I know that there's police that aren't bad. Like,
yeah.
all police are bad.
You're right.
But,
Right.
like, they need to just speak up.
Yeah.
Because, like, if they don't speak up, this is gonna keep happening over and over again. And, like, they're just being followers, and it's not gonna help anything.
Yeah. You know, this police spokesman Pete Simpson tweeted up an article about some New York NYPD sisters. There are 5 sisters who are all on the police force. And they've got one sister started and then all the sisters got jobs. But to me, it was like a female empowering. Like, I feel like if we had more women in policing, women's issues would be dealt with totally differently.
Yes, I think that's true. We need to have more women speaking up against misogyny.
Yeah.
You know, like Chief Marshman.
Yeah.
It's a known fact that he actually strangled his son.
Yeah.
He actually stopped his ex-girlfriend with his car, and then we have retired police officers that are saying,
So he was like stalking her with his car.
It's like stalking. It's exactly that.
It's really
it's
creepy.
frightening when you're a police officer. Why are you not fired for those activities?
Because you have the connections.
And
Yeah.
I don't understand that. That's
So-
like
it's almost like-
domestic abuse in police department. If a police officer doesn't care about his own community, his own
Yeah.
family,
Yeah.
and then the police officers
Yeah.
that he's working with
Yeah.
don't care about
Right.
like Chief Marshman's wife or his stepson, if they outside of him don't care, we're all in very big trouble. And if women leaders like our commissioners, our female commissioners,
Yeah.
are not speaking up against it and saying, at least put it on record, wait a minute, like I think was it Sarah Iona? I forget.
Ayana Roan, yeah.
Ayana Roan. She